Hello everyone, so I'm going to be doing a review on a Manic Panic hair dye, and I've only used one Manic Panic hair dye and it's called Purple Haze and it's the colour that my hair is right now. So I'm only going to be doing it on this colour because I think with dyes it's less about the brand, kind of more about the colour. Like, less about the brand in general, but more about the colour from that brand that is most important. And I'd also like to apologise if you can hear any weird music. That would be my brother upstairs, and you probably can't hear it. You probably think I'm like, you're just there like, shut up, I can't hear anything, just get on with it. But yeah, it's really distracting me, so I apologise. Okay, so as I said before, the colour I've used is Purple Haze. And for those of you who have never dyed your hair just an unnatural colour, especially if you haven't dyed it purple, you might not be aware that purples fade like crazy. They kind of, you know when you see people who have like lilac-y silver hair, I'm not saying everyone who has this did it like by accident, but a lot of the time that happens because dyes fade, like purple dyes fade to silvery grey. I mean, obviously a lot of people want silvery grey / lilac hair. I'm just saying a lot of the time that is why it's that colour, and it doesn't necessarily look bad, but if you're someone who wants purple hair it can be quite annoying. So before I dyed my hair with this, I had never used Manic Panic before. I've used Stargazer Directions and Crazy Colour, and I've mostly used the colour blue just because I put blue in my hair quite a few times. I used to have blue hair. So Stargazer I quite liked. It's just because you got less for your money, so I didn't use it that much. Crazy Colour wasn't very good. Like, it was a nice colour but it washed out like immediately. And then Directions was one that I really stuck to and I really enjoyed. But before dyeing all of my hair purple, I have once before, well a couple of times before, had bits of purple in my hair, more like streaks, and I put them onto like bleached blonde hair. And I can't remember the colour I used. I believe it was called Lilac or just something like that. But basically it washed out almost like immediately. Like, my general opinion of Directions is pretty good. Like, the blues that I've used are really good. I've heard other people using other colours like reds, and they've also been good. I had a pink from them and it was okay. It was like, it wasn't brilliant but it stayed better than the purple. The purple basically I didn't like, it wasn't very good. It faded to grey like immediately. So I thought I'd try Purple Haze, and I also have their amplified version, which is meant to mean that lasts longer. That does mean that it's like an extra £2 more expensive, and like here in the UK anyway, apart from if you like go to Camden in London, which is not where I live, it cost about £8 online for a normal one, £10 online for an amplified, like minimum, so it's kind of annoying. But I'm only going to be having my hair purple for a couple of months, so I was like, I might as well just get like this one, and I don't know, I just thought why not, because I wanted to and I like the colours, and I've looked through various shades of like purples and stuff, and this was like the shade that I liked, so I was like, okay, why not. So firstly, I like the packaging. I really like packaging when it's in a pot, no, like pretty much regardless of what it is. I like when it's in a pot because then you can really like get to the bottom and scrape it all out. I don't like when you have to squeeze it all out and there's all bits around the side and you can't get to them unless you like cut it open, and I really can't be asked to do that. This you can really like get it all out, and that is what I like. You get like all of your product, so you get everything that you pay for. I also like the size of the container. I'll go get a Directions one to compare it. Okay, so this is a Directions tub which is basically empty, and this is a Manic Panic tub. you'll see that it is quite a bit bigger. I wouldn't say like loads bigger, but it's quite a bit bigger. So this is 88 millilitres and this is 118 millilitres. And I'm not saying that means that it's like worth triple or 4 times the price, but you do get more for your money. It's not like you're paying that much more, you get less or you get the same. You do get more, which is kind of evens out, I don't know. It tends to take me about 2 or 3, maybe 2 and a bit pots of this to dye all of my head. It took me 1 pot of this, which is kind of weird, but I did dye it myself. Normally I get my mum to do it, so basically if you do see any unevenness or patchiness or whatever, I do not at all blame the dye for that. I would blame myself, my ability to dye my own hair, which I have a video of doing, by the way, if you want to watch it. I'll link it below. Yeah, so I like the size, I like the packaging. I also like the consistency. I find it's a bit thinner than Directions and Stargazer. I do not like the consistency of Crazy Colour. It's like weird. It's like it comes out really difficultly. It's not a word. But it's kind of hard to get out and it's kind of sticky. Anyway, so it's kind of, this is kind of like Directions but a bit thinner. And I like that because I feel like I can get it places easier. Like with this, I feel like I have to use more because it's thicker. And of course you can put it onto wet hair and then you'll make your dye, like the amount of dye last longer, but the actual dye itself, like on your hair, won't last longer. Like, so it's kind of up to you. Basically if you put dye on wet hair, it tends to wash out quicker, but it's up to you. That's what I've heard anyway. If it's wrong, then I don't care. So I like the consistency, personally like the consistency. I was talking to my friend before I did it and she said that she hates the consistency and she finds it really watery, and she used a red dye and it washed out instantly for her. So as I said at the beginning, it is more so down to the colour from the brand rather than the brand altogether. Like, I like Directions, I like the blues from Directions, I really like turquoise and another one, and they were both really good, but the purple wasn't so great. The pink isn't fantastic. Manic Panic, I've heard from my friend, the red washes up really quickly, but this colour stays really nicely. By the way, this is the 3rd time I've washed my hair, which for some of you that might not mean anything, but for those of you who've tried purples before, you might know that after 1 or 2 washes it can be completely like crap. I'm personally pretty impressed by it, and my hair wasn't bleach blonde when you put it on. Like, I've bleached it before, I was blonde for a bit, but it was an ashy blonde. So basically whenever you're putting this kind of dye in your hair, you want it to be as bleach blonde as possible. You want it to be like, you know, really blonde. Mine was more like a grey ashy blonde, so it wasn't the most desired colour that you could get it, but I think that it's lasted really well. I also think that all the different colours in my hair is a result of the fact that I had ashy blonde hair, because within my ashy blonde hair it was like different colours. It looked like I'd put highlights in when I hadn't, it was just how it went. So from that it's kind of made the purple have different colours and highlights, which I personally really like. Round the back it's kind of more of a pinky purple, and round the front it's more of a bluey purple. I think that this pinky purple is more what it's meant to be like if you look on the internet and stuff, but this just proves that it completely depends on the person and the colour of the hair to begin with and stuff like that. So yeah, although it's not as dark as it was when I first dyed it, I think that it's faded to a nice colour. Like, it's not yet silvery, it's not yet like lilac, it's more of like a lavender colour. with different sort of streaks of colour through it, which I really like. Personally, I really like it. I would recommend Purple Haze. If you want to see like colours that it's supposed to turn out, or it could potentially turn out, you can like just Google Purple Haze by Manic Panic. Don't leave out the Manic Panic bit, because I did that, right? And there was just a load of pictures of weed and I was like, I just want pretty hair colour. Turns out Purple Haze is a type of marijuana. I didn't know that. So yeah, put by Manic Panic or Purple Haze hair dye, because marijuana's not going to help you choose your hair colour. But it might, I don't know. Also, I do know this website, and it's basically got a selection of hair colours that you can see before your eyes, and you can go through it and click on it and see what dye it is and stuff. So I'll leave that below. I'll leave that down below. I bought this from a website called, I don't know, I can't remember what it's called, but normally like if I buy directions I buy it from Amazon. I bought it from this specific website, Hair Bomb maybe, I don't know, but yep, they were pretty good. It came really quickly actually. It actually came with instructions, like not like the instructions on here, because these come with instructions like on it, but like the actual like website itself came with instructions, and so I thought that was quite nice. Gave you some tips and stuff, and I think in general that website is quite good for hair dye knowledge. I'll try and put in some pictures where you can see the various shades on my head of my hair dyed head. The colour kind of looks different in different lighting right now. I'm in natural lighting, so I think it's coming up quite a true colour. But I'll put in some pictures of like when it was first dyed, and different angles and stuff. When I wash my hair, I do so about every 3 days, and I wash it once with shampoo like from Pantone Pro V, and then I wash it again with purple shampoo. I've been using purple shampoo for my purple hair. It's technically meant for blonde hair, but it's purple in colour, so that may have helped. I don't know. I also use this Lee Stafford hair growth stuff, but I haven't used it so much with purple hair because I've kind of run out. But yeah, basically that's what I use to wash my hair, if that makes any difference. It probably does. But yeah, don't use like Head and Shoulders stuff that's anti-dandruff, because that's supposed to rip the colour out and you don't want that. Okay guys, so I think that is it. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Any helpful links that I remember I will put also down below. Don't forget to comment or like it if you want, or subscribe if you want. But I don't want to be one of them knobheads. Oh, there's a dead fly. I don't want to be one of them people who's like, subscribe to me. But if you want to, that'd be nice. Bye! Oh, my nose is so itchy! Everything is green. You can see the camera in my reflection. Hello. Look, it's like we're filming together. We're not though. You and I. This text leaves me confused about life. I feel like my eyes have adjusted to the green and now everything is a normal colour again. Is that bad? an extra like 2 minutes just doing nothing, and I haven't even said bye yet. You're gonna see this behind. You're gonna see this. Is it cool? Is it behind? No, you're gonna see it after the bye, but really, I haven't even said bye yet. I'm just gonna take these off and be like, I think that's it, guys. Bye, and you won't know until now. And now you know. This is gonna take ages to edit because I'm just being a weird guy. It's gonna be like an extra 5 minutes of outtakes. Should I film my beginning bit now? I'll be like, should I take the glasses off? I look like a bit of a prick. Oh! Everything is so pink. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I think I've damaged my eyeballs. Oh wow. Everything was so much calmer with these on. Wow. Live fast and dye your hair. What? I'm putting some pictures. My phone's on the phone. It vibrated. But I'll put in some pictures of the various hair dye. Well, okay. I'll put in some pictures of me. Whee! I need to stop.